us, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep the score. Ay, 16 cars in my front yard. Ay, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God. Big numbers, big numbers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Denver Broncos. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
On the set.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Ready?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll have a first down past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 13 yards on the game's opening play. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
On the double. Check. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Hey, switch gear.
Hey, exit. 5.
They'll run on 1st down. McKee, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. And again this time to the tailback. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Here we go, here we go. 15 line. 15 line.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards in Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. They'll try the left side. McKee. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Check, 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 check.
Get it.
They'll set up to throw. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 35.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Yo, cheetah.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got Smith here. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Big hit.
Brings up 3rd down. Down. 90 Wolf.
Check 55 to mine. I got it. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Yes. Hey, Echo.
55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat. Watch the slant. 25.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
A gain of 6 there on first. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit, and that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that. Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing. Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Ready.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
X3, 218, chop.
Watch twins.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Granted, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in. Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Second and 10. Escaping the and a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football? So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play. You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
On 1st down, McKee, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming.
Ready up.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He completes it to Hunter. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain. What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz? The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, they'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Let's go. Hey, Mike 40, Mike 40. All day.
Now back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lawrence. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. They'll look to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's got Rome. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second, we do have a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
This is taken at his 4. And not a particularly good return here, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
On the set, recon, 132 fighter. Ready, go. Shoot.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, and it's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a 2nd one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go, set, 18 Gator.
On 3rd down, Finley. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Hey, Jet. Hit it.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Second and long. Going for the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
He's got his tight end fan. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Hey, wahoo!
Slam, slam, slam. Shoot, shoot, shoot.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, McKee. And boy, this Redskin defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and goal to go.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is indeed good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
On play action, they'll throw. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try to chip away this timing.
Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This quarterback now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll set up a throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
30 base. Hey, exit.
Corner's the line. Squeeze. Better quick. You better.
Looking to throw. Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And this is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
4 down. Alert 3.
He'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this.
And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Here we go. 60 outlaw.
Hey, keep it up. 36.
Hey, echo. Hey, shoot.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Steps away to his left. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times you just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. In for the score. And the Broncos have once again taken the lead. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered defensively. A disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, and maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'll be first and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. And that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This one fielded at the 5. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because
a big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos push further out in front.
in order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2.
The Redskins take over first down again at their own 20-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike, 55. Check, 55.
Big grip.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he rifles one incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Taking it right down Broadway. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 12 on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time. See, he can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what?
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Aaron Donald racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
They'll set up to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10.
Ready, set.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 7. They shakes him off. Sliding out of the pocket. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Here we go, here we go. 10-2 start. Yep. Hey, orbit.
55, Mike, 55.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Set, 8, read. 2.
Pick me up. Here we go. Watch
Pilot, 64, read. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down. This quarterback now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Let's go.
2nd and 10. Well, this one caught by Hunter over the middle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Bravo. Ready?
He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A big play there. With touchdown number 3 here in this game and 17 now on the year. As his guys have now moved out in front. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And an update from out west in Oakland. The Raiders have moved out in front in that ball game. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as they have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Broncos 32.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary. Now back to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Hey, Delta.
Back to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there, Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Game situation. Let's go. Check 26. Check 26.
General West.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And Daniels has it, left side. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 36 yards on the play. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Aaron Jones with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll drop to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Montez Sweat in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Hey, high 7. Snap.
They'll look to throw here. Going up top. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 17. They'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 34. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. Back to throw here. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Check, 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 check.
Hey, Echo. Let's go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. A nice gain of 21 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Go on, go on. Hey, Zoo. Zoo.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And an alley to run. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Aaron Jones, 78 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Hey, Charlie. Go.
Motion, 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 motion. Motion, motion. Mike, 55.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Hey, Haywood. Get it.
He's going to air one out. This is caught at the 20. It's a gain of 35.
It's a gain of 35.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down at the 2. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Again, it's Jones. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. Now the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Redskins, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, this season is beyond salvage now as they fall to 2-10. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.